First and foremost, they've been using Bluetooth to steal information. So they're intercepting information that they have interest in via an imaginary device. Hold on. This would be most recent, so it has to start up here somewhere. It's probably where I left off. I think that I made that an individual video.
Start panicking about people realizing that I'm alone. Right away, he pulls up, does not go in, and keeps bending forward, leaning, trying to see me eat. Then it doesn't get out, doesn't go in, anything. It backs up and takes off.
The things they do to claim that
Making
I'm
sure
not alone.
it doesn't look at me. Box 300.
And I discovered from that recording that the bird didn't get the pancake I put on the ground. I think we've seen this one. The amount of energy they're stealing from my safe. The amount of energy they're stealing from my face.
I just stop and sat behind my car.
I think that might have been the one.
She said.
Okay, so mind you, this is coming off of a stay at the Westgate, which I'm right down the street from right now in this video. I checked out there, and that was after they poisoned me. They claimed that I was the female across in the room parallel to mine that was having sex, and they poisoned my vagina behind it. So I'm also going to show those photos. Originally, the pictures that I'm going to show in this video, they were intended for something else. They were intended for me to go into great detail about some things, but I'm not going to get to do that. You can imagine I'm really pressed for time, and that nothing is working the way that it's supposed to in terms of science and in terms of technology and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to clear up some space on my phone right now. And I have to get on the road today. It's almost 3:30. I'm supposed to depart at 9 p.m. And I have just a couple more things that I need to do before I leave. With no energy, of course. And this is during the time that they were still attacking my tires, brand new tires, and putting me on the side of the road. By the way, the manufacturer still has not responded to me. I sent them the information back, and I haven't heard from them. They told me it would be about a 7 business day turnaround, and we're over 2 weeks right now. And I didn't reach back out to them because I know how this entire thing works. There's someone there that's sitting on the information on purpose, and they intended to reach out to me once I got to Ohio. Okay? To cover down on some attacks that needed to be made there. And also suggest that, that's where I told you the entire time that they were breaking me down here in the country, put me on the side of the road, these dark roads with motherfucking wildlife and shit. They were claiming that they weren't doing it here. And this day I started seeing the decoys with donut tires on.
again today. As soon as I left that area, they started suggesting that I was running people over again. And so what they're doing is they're simulating me running over something. And I told you before what that feels like. It feels like you're running over, what does it feel like they're simulating me running over? They're calling it people, but it's not that. It feels like there's sticks in the road where there aren't sticks in the road. So I'm getting the feedback from the tires.
It probably did something like cut me off. Well, I'm headed to go check in. Look at this thing.
So for some reason or another, they wouldn't allow me to remember to record my check-in. And in comes this thing in fucking, what are those stockings called? The one with the holes in them. I forget the right name for it. So for some reason or another, they wouldn't allow me to remember to record my check-in. And in comes this thing in fucking, what are those stockings called? The one with the holes in them. I forget the right name for it. But she comes in some shorts and these stockings and some demon boots, and with these crazy color hair and eye makeup and stuff. And I'm like, she come and she get right at the counter with me, and I'm like, these motherfuckers, I'm trying not to be rude about it, but I'm really mad that she's here right now because they act like they so fucking senseless that they don't know nothing and be right at the counter with you while you making a transaction. So I say something. I tell her, I say, I'm making a transaction. She says, okay. Walks away. When she gets to the door, she says, God bless. Don't a fucking white male come and do the same fucking thing? Like a tall white guy, has the same rugged look, like that thing that lived behind me, her boyfriend, husband. It comes and it stands at the same side that girl just left from, where I had to say something, and he's staring at me in my face. First of all, when he walked up, he slid the key to the guy. He said the key doesn't work. I tried it, and while he's fixing his key, he's staring in my face the whole fucking time, getting facial recognition, trying to fuck me over and act like I'm near with someone. We are on totally different sides of the building. Like there's even probably 2 sets of rooms in between us. He's on the first floor, I'm on the second, but I told you before with the parallel reality thing that these, look, you see it? They starting to crawl out. That's who's beneath me.
That's a big problem. Okay. That's an informed agent. Like there's nothing that could have took place around it or around. I pulled into a space that is only occupied probably mostly by its company. And that's what compromised, like the op, okay? Because they were planning on pinning her behavior on me. Now, look, informed agent, there's nothing that took place. There wasn't a sound or anything, and it's too noisy. Even in the rooms, all you hear is the expressway. So she didn't hear anything or have a reason to look other than being informed. And another thing comes too. I talked about that in the last video.
That is who is beneath me. Get a close look. That's what's beneath me, y'all. But I decided
Crackhead.
to stay here at this 2-star hotel because I don't plan on I think to come back tonight or in the morning, whatever. Oh my goodness, you can't even see that. The whole time I was pointing at the wrong window. Now you can see it. So it's going back and forth from one side of the window to the other. I thought the camera was on it. I didn't know I was pointed over here. Anyways. Zukisha said she know that we doing something to it. We're making her paranoid and trying to get her.
You know, I actually think that they're doing something with my camera. Do you notice how it keeps drifting?
To sabotage these other people. Yes. Okay, so is that a camera?
Just to show how noisy it is. Here's the other thing that was waiting there mad as fuck, talking to itself.
They always got the mother shot to help them out.
Satan, stop it.
Black boys running stunts over there. Little young punks running stunts over there.
It's crazy.
You can't see his face.
Okay, and this is not really random, but kind of. I just showed you something for a reason. I'm not going to go into the details of it either. I'm just going to say that when I call the guy that I work with at Mercedes-Benz in Edmond, his name is Lance, he no longer returns my call.
No more. Wait. Say cheese, nigga. It's a fry. It's a fry! Bitch. Yeah, I'm looking at you.
One trauma after another.
Look, they're gonna think it was part by me, trying to sabotage me.
I know her cat is not in my backyard or behind my house because I really don't have much of a yard in the back. You know, on my property All my yard is on the sides of my property mostly. In the front too. Show them what it sounds like from inside. And that was just a perception check also, like when you see how I only filmed from the original angle, and then I showed that it wasn't what it looked like. Because some people are just dumb and they can't see. Some aliens, rather. They wire themselves to see everything wrong on purpose. It wasn't good. I was so excited about these cheesesteaks and they ended up not being good. And they were like, they won something. It was like it was debuted in an article, and that's kind of what led me to it, to try it. And is it, hold on, is it, you know what, I'm really not sure. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not. I looked at a couple of other places, so I don't want to potentially accidentally put something on someone that it's not. But this wasn't good. Okay, I'm telling you, I didn't enjoy it. That's fact. But and I'm pretty sure this is the one that was debuted in the article for winning. Because I'm researching and I'm like, where can I get a good Philly cheesesteak? And I don't know if, I might have contacted a place and it been no longer, because that did happen with a couple of places I called, and then I resorted to this one. So I don't want to,
So as soon as I got back, they started running these covert ops. They said I had a chance to not be seen, but they made sure they had a few things going on outside to ensure that I would be.
It's just more utility trucks there also. But they were trying to make sure someone spotted me and knew which room I went in. And the utility workers have nothing to do with that. It wasn't them. They were using like random
The keys not working?
folks. And then they made my key card stop working. And they knocked my phone off this 2-story balcony. They locked me out. I ended up having to go all the way back to the desk twice with my hands full.
Oh. So it's at least showing green.
First time encountering this with the
Stay
door.
in.
So it's behaving different because of they're claiming I'm somewhere different. And my things are inside.
They locked me out my hotel room. And they made sure they spotted me by right on there. They just went in on that. So he knows where I'm at now. So look, and on top of that, my light showed, it just did it again, show green, to act like it wasn't giving me a problem. He's acting like he went into the same room as me. Their main objective was to spot me. I parked way on the other side. They were trying to spot me. So that means I don't have my car ready to me. And I have to walk back to the front desk. And I have bags in my hand.
Okay, and on top of all this, I'm extremely uncomfortable because I am in clothes that don't fit. And they're pulling this shit.
That's what the government is doing. It has to come in contact with you. See, the phone and the key have been in 2 different places. Oh, this shit gets on my nerves.
Okay, it just fell off the building. That's it on its way down. And the reason they did this right here was to put me in front of that same room. I told you I was above that female that kept peeking at me. And right after that, she started acting up, making noise down there. Man, I swear the last time I looked at this when it fell off the building, it was clearer. Oh, you see, it fell. Okay, poison. The manifestation of it. So with this first one, you see where I'm starting to get an effect. Okay, so where there's nothing, there's normally nothing on my panty liner. Might be a little slick, but I told you they also do is so much like, so normally it's nothing at all. It's nothing like it used to be. But so you see where the poison is starting to show, but you also see here all these ash-like marks. That's where they astral project onto the panty liner off of me. Now this is let's see, 220, 20, 28. One of these is from yesterday, and then it's like 2 more. I mean, 2 within a day. So it's like one of these should be from November 1st, and 2 maybe for you get what I'm saying? Like, this is over a course of about 24 hours within 2 different days. And this is what it turned into. So now it's full blown. And this stuff right here, it still doesn't have a scent. So there's no scent associated with it. It's just my vagina's clearly been poisoned. Okay? And they're saying that it came from sex. So they're saying that something was hit so hard that I don't have there. That's why I didn't want to talk about this right now. There was a reason I'm not going to disclose these details, because they're not going to let me speak freely about it. And then more astral projection. And then probably the result of me complaining quite a bit, going off about it. So there's some traces of astral projection here. Also at my anus. Okay, so that's my butthole right there. Okay, they had something coming out of there. And then there's this. I hate little demons. And you can barely see this. You have to be very, very familiar with it. But that all came from them claiming that I had sex. And they said that they did it because they were asking for hormones, that they weren't able to have sex the way that they wanted to. Oh, and they also talked about recovering from sex, said that they weren't able to. So this ties into voodoo. Some of the voodoo that the federal government does. I talked about this example. I meant to go into details about this movie too, but I briefly touched on it a couple days ago in a video. Today is the 1st of February, 2024. So I briefly touched on it a couple days ago in a video. And back then, this right here is just from me checking. Fact checking, okay? Because when the word was mentioned in the movie, I knew what it meant. And the feds, for days they kept trying to rewrite it. And so eventually I went ahead and I researched the word, pulled up the definition of it, to kind of combat the attacks that they were making on me. Next photo. Some gang stalking going on at this Taco Bell. This is not around the corner from where I stay. This has got to be the next day. Yep. And I slept in the Walmart parking lot this night. Those videos are gone there. You see there's nothing in between it. But when I left out wee hour of the morning, after they intercepted sleep aid from me, wouldn't allow me to sleep, okay, I left in the middle of the night. I left the room that I paid for. You have no idea how big of a problem this shit is. When I leave out my room there and I hit the stairwell, I end up having to go a different fucking way. They got a guy laying on the motherfucking stairs listening to music, acting like he's with me. The federal government, in one of their bummy ass, nasty, trifling outfits, was acting like they were with me. So this shit that you see happen with these dots, they're lying about where I am. The address will say the wrong place, trust me. So, this shit with the dot. This is my dot, right? And this is about pretty accurate because right now, in my, you know, the back of my cameras are broke. So, but my porch being from there to there, that's about accurate, right? With these things, so if my dot was right there, I'm gonna take a screenshot. And this guy, you know, they drift and move mines all the time, like they just showed you. Okay, and there's this guy that's over here, right? That's where he is. But they got his dot showing as in the same vicinity as mine and claiming that I'm having sex. I don't know why I saved that photo. So yeah, I slept in Walmart parking lot that night. And this is that morning. And I didn't get to sleep there either. I mean, I might have got an hour, and that was after daybreak. Okay. And I get up and I move because, of course, now there's traffic around in that area.